Talking Dad Vedankadonk, and we're in a continuation of our series of the Bhagavad Gita, major themes within the Bhagavad Gita. Today's on righteousness and ethics. Ethics are such a large part of the Western philosophical canon, especially Greek philosophy covers ethics a lot, and the ethics within this timeless philosophy of Vedanta is covered within this dialogue, this 30-minute dialogue between this warrior prince Arjuna and Krishna, his charioteer. We've chatted about action in previous episodes, and we touched on it in one of these major theme episodes. So go check out that episode on karma and karma yoga. That covers a little bit about right action and wrong action, which is worth covering again within the ethical confines of the Vedantic philosophy. Right action and wrong action. Right action is that which generates energy. Wrong action within the Vedantic lens is that which dissipates energy. It's as simple as it is powerful and profound and subjective. You have to apply your own intellect to what makes sense in that scenario. What is the right action? And what would be the wrong action? What will generate energy for you, for your community, and what will dissipate energy for you and your community? One of our episodes right before this series talk about unwisdom. And Swami at the ashram has this great phrase that is, it's a knowledge bomb I think about so often, probably 2 or 3 times a week, and that is, unwise actions destroy worlds. So, what is the ethical thing to do in any scenario? Well, it's obvious. Make the wise choice. Wisdom is the capacity to see the end in the beginning. Have you developed the capacity to see the end in the beginning? Have you developed your intellect to tell you to discern right from wrong? What will generate energy? What will dissipate energy? That cultivation and that development of the intellect, that is a daily pursuit. Within our 3 equipments to navigate the world, we have our body, our mind, and the Gita tells us we have intellect, a subtle equipment like the mind, but it's the adult in the room that when your mind is wanting to go for that 3rd scoop of ice cream, maybe the intellect, because I'm not judging. Maybe it's the right call. But for many of us, the intellect can jump in and say, you know what, it's too much. Let me pace myself, take it back. Maybe I don't need that. That is that equipment of discernment, of judgment, of decision-making. And that intellect is key for a righteous and ethical life. Because that is what's discerning what is righteous and what is ethical in every moment of every day of your life. Without it, the mind is like a wildfire. It is insatiable. A wildfire never gets 100 acres in and says, you know what, I'm all full, I'm done. I'm just going to go out now. No, it will continue raging forever until it hits the coast, until it hits water, until it's stopped. That is the mind. That's the nature of the mind. The nature of the intellect is to step in and say, you know what? This is actually the right decision. This is the righteous or the ethical decision in this scenario. So right action is that which generates energy. Wrong action is that which dissipates energy. And the ability to decide between the two, that's the equipment of the intellect. And righteousness within the Gita, so much of it comes down to your duty. Ability to see your duty, ability to act within your duty. Ability to adhere to that, to identify with that duty. That is when righteousness wins. For yourself, for your community, that is the example you set for your entire community to act righteously. It might be your family. It might be your sibling. It might be only one other person. But that example can have a cascading effect on untold communities. The average person knows in some loose way about 1,000 people. So the example we set forth by developing, cultivating that intellect, by attaching to the higher ideals in life, with the use of the intellect, that ability to discern right from wrong action, that ability, that capacity to see the end in the beginning. All of these things lead to the example that 1,000 other people can and will witness. And if they know 1,000 people, that's 1,000,000 people that you, just directly or indirectly, can set an example for. That's not hyperbole. That is just the math of the example that we can set for those around us over the next 10, 20, 30 years. All through the decisions that we make. All through the righteous, ethical decisions that we make. And here's the best part. When you take it all together, it's not that righteousness or ethical decisions weigh you down, slow you down. They generate energy within you. They generate energy within your communities. That is the beautiful self-propelling aspect of ethics within Vedanta and within the Gita. That which generates energy and developing the ability to discern that which will and that which won't. As our charioteer says, perform your obligatory duty. And that is today's reflection on the Daily Vedantic. We'll see you tomorrow when we discuss the illusory nature of the material world and things get a little bit trippy. We'll see you then.